Welcome everyone to Merkaba Energy Healing. So today we are back with another pick a card reading, and we are asking Spirit what you need to know today. So we have 3 piles with 3 crystals. Pile 1 with message 1, we have the iolite. Pile 2 with message 2, we have the citrine. And pile 3 with message 3, we have the Peruvian chrysocolla. So take a moment, take a deep breath, see which pile with which message calls you in the strongest. And then you can go to the timestamps down below, and I will see you at your reading. Welcome, group number 1. Thank you so much for being here. So today we are asking Spirit what you need to know today. So I just ask, if you do enjoy this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate it so very much. Okay, so there's already been a lot of interference. My mic is on the noise cancellation feature, so I hope you don't hear a lot of the background noise. I refuse to let this stop me from doing a reading today because I've had about 3 different obstacles just starting this reading. So I'm just going to tune in with my guides one more time, and I'm going to ask my guides to please help me clear the interfering energy and allow the messages to come in crystal clear. And I'm just going to call in Archangel Michael to cut away, clear away all lower vibrational energies from my space and the spaces of all who are listening with their consent. My guides, please show me that which is kind and clear and accurate for my pile number 1s, my group number 1s. What do they need to know today? I just heard it's all going to be okay. Doors are opening, which I believe is on this card. I'm hearing you will see the truth. All will be known soon. Just you wait. And they're excited about what is ahead for this group. They want me to turn over the card. Okay. Right. So new doors are opening. New home. Okay. Very interesting. This is going to be a very interesting reading, I believe. So you were attracted to the iolite. Now, I just want to tell you why I have this stone to begin with. So I would say about 5 or maybe 6 years ago, I had a soul reading done by this brilliant man who reads the soul. And he showed me my soul in these different epochs where I was healers in all of these major epochs. And this one that he talked about was when I was a goddess who was studying under Isis, and specifically at Isis's temple at Dendera. Oh, I just feel emotional just connecting in with that life. And he showed me this breastplate that I wore that was adorned with iolite along with other stones. But I had bought a bunch of iolite to create this mini breastplate that I used to connect in with that life at this time. And this little iolite didn't make it onto the breastplate that I made. And so here she is in your reading. And what's interesting is that your card says new doors are opening. And this Isis temple, which is the smaller temple as compared to the Hathor's temple, which is the larger one at Dendera. Isis's temple has entrances and exits in the north, south, east, and west wing of her temple. So I find it very interesting that your card says new doors are opening, because my immediate sense with this group, and I'm getting already a yes from my guides, is that doors are opening in all directions for this group. And I literally, maybe one day I'll show my face. I probably won't, but I'm about to cry at the beauty that it awaits this group. They're showing the doors like swinging open, as if there was a hurricane, and those screen doors were just banging open. That they're showing me glue, as if the doors in your life have been glued shut. So I'm getting the sense in this group that you might have felt that either doors were slammed in your face or just doors were not opening. When am I going to get mine? When are doors going to open for me? And now I have the pleasure of being the messenger, telling you that now, my dear ones, the doors are going to open for you. And that will mean something different, of course, for all of you. But there is this underlying theme within this group that you looked left and the door shut, or you didn't even see a door. You looked right and that door was glued shut, and you went forward and a door slammed in your face. Or they're showing me that door led you to move backwards into the south door that led you further back. So I'm hearing 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Wow. Okay. So this feels amazing for this group. Iolite also resonates with the third eye chakra in a very, very powerful way. So for some of you, I'm hearing you're starting to remember some of your past lives. They're showing me the Akashic records. So some of you are going to start reading your own records, the records of your soul. And maybe that's why they guided me to tell you that story with Iolite, that this was a soul reader, and the Akashic records is a place to read your soul, read your soul's journeys, your soul's journeys across time and space, forward, back, and parallel, right? So there's a lot opening for this group, and literally the third eye opening. What was also interesting, that maybe wasn't a block, but maybe a sign for you guys, is that I felt something in my eye and I couldn't get it out, and I had to rub all my makeup off, like all my mascaras all over my face, and it was the right eye, if that means anything to anyone here. I'm starting to clear through my body now. Interesting. It was, again, sometimes when I feel things in my physical eyes, there's a message from my guides about the third eye opening, or the need to, not the need they're saying, but that you might feel a pull towards looking with your third eye, clairvoyantly. What else do you want to tell my group number ones about, or what else do they need to know today? Okay, so they're showing me these little lights behind the windows. They're showing it to me as a lantern. So in the traditional Rider-Waite, the hermit is holding this lantern, and in some of the images, it looks kind of like this. So they're saying that's an image telling us that a lot of the people in this group are expanding from the inside out. So because you're expanding from the inside, that's going to manifest externally. So these doors are opening because something has opened inside of you that is now allowing this abundance to pour in. So they're saying that the door to your own consciousness, to your own heart, to your own energetic field may have actually been closed, so that one of the doors that is opening is the doors that were a part of your essence. And so maybe because you have released fear or some consternation about moving forward, you've released some of these feelings that might have kept, they're showing me a do not disturb sign on your proverbial doorknob, right, of your soul or of your heart, that's been turned over, saying, come in or welcome or some such thing. Beautiful. And this may be made manifest with an actual home for some of you. Maybe some of you are going to find your sacred space very soon. Well, that's a marvelous place to begin. Let's get some more information. Opening up to expansion, high vibe. I love that. What else do you want to tell my group number ones? What else do you want them to know today? Please and thank you. What else do you want them to know today? So in my crystal ball here, I'm seeing what looks like a UPC code, and I'm trying to see if I actually can see that reflected somewhere, but no, there's no UPC code anywhere. So I'm getting the sense that maybe some of you may be buying something. Interesting that justice just came out here with legal matters. I am wondering if something is going to right itself legally that's going to allow you more material wealth with this UPC code being reflected there. That maybe you're going to buy something that you've been wanting to buy. It could be a home for sure. I'm seeing baby items for someone here. Attachment, obsession, holding on. Interesting that there's a teddy bear here and they just showed me a baby. Okay, they're showing me what this is about, but let's go with justice for a moment. My guides, can you tune me into this justice card? Okay, so with the blindfold, they're showing me again this need to go inward. Okay, so they're telling me that the justice card has something to do with something from a past life being righted in this life. Again, everyone will experience that differently. So they're showing me a house that has been sitting for a long time. This might be a family house where someone passed and the funds would be distributed to the family. Within the family, there might have been some fighting about this property. So they're saying this is going to be righted for whoever that story is for. Yeah, that there has been some kind of stalemate or stagnancy around property or property management. This feels like an inheritance, and this is going to actually start moving. The same idea with I can't let go here. There's something in this group where something has been stuck for a long time. They were showing me this card regarding, well, they just put the word abortion in my mouth there. That's a little bit strange. I was going to say miscarriage, but the I can't let go, there's this feeling of guilt that I'm sensing in this group that is finally going to be released. Oh, that I just felt that in the center of my chest. So some of you might have felt stuck because you had been holding on to emotions about certain decisions that you made or certain experiences that you had that made you feel with guilt or remorse. And this has been making it hard for you to move forward. And this is all being released. So I'm hearing the karmic wheel is turning in your favor. You know how they said something inside, a door inside was blowing open? Yeah, there's something definitely in the heart space. I'm also seeing air energy. So beliefs or ideas or feelings that reside within the heart that are from both past lives and also earlier experiences that kind of put you on pause for a while is now clearing. And they're saying all you have to do is allow it to happen. So they're showing me some people who have been crying sort of out of nowhere, where it feels a little bit odd in the way that you've been crying. And they're saying that's just energies that are leaving you now. Interesting. Let's get any other energies for my pile number ones. What else do they need to know? What else do they need to know? Please and thank you. That's it. Look how beautiful that is. Freedom. Yeah, you're definitely being released from something that has bound you for, I'm hearing, for millennia. Oof. Somewhere where you have felt injustices or you felt some kind of unfairness. You're finally being released of burdens, of weight, of heaviness, experiencing a freedom. Yeah, they're showing me an eagle now. Interesting. So yeah, I'm hearing that you're going to soar. So something is about to take off for this group. And it's almost as if you don't have to do anything. There's just this cut being made with this string that has connected you. There's an ancestral healing for this group regarding something that has been keeping you stuck, keeping you tied down. So some of it you're aware of, some of it you're not. I'm hearing freedom is finally yours. What else do you want to tell my group number ones? What else do you want to tell my group number ones? Okay. Oh my goodness, and we have awaken. How marvelous is that? And they wanted me to show commit on the bottom of the deck there. So because you are being disentangled from something that has kept you stuck, where the doors have felt closed, you are going to finally be able to awaken. And that resonates with the iolite, right? We talked about the third eye and how the third eye might be awakening for this group. So some of you might have been taking all the classes and doing all of these things to get you to your next step in life, to move forward, to advance spiritually and otherwise, but something has been keeping you stuck here. But they're saying you're finally going to find your sovereignty, your freedom. And this is what is going to help you awaken this disentanglement from this past energy. And all they're saying right now is that you have to commit. You have to commit to this energy, meaning they're saying you have to change the way you're thinking about your life, where the narrative is no longer, when is the other shoe going to drop? When is that door going to slam in my face? When are things just not going to work out? You have to get out of that narrative of saying things are not going to work out for me, and just open up your heart. And they're showing me this flower, this yellow circle as the sun card, where real joy and happiness are going to come to you. And this is how they're showing it to me. Forget about the fact that this is likely a moon, okay? They're showing me the sun, very small in the distance here. Closer still, and even closer. You see how there's like a magnifying glass? Or there's like a real succession of sun coming into your life? That is what is happening, okay? So true awakening into joy and happiness is afoot for this group. That is what they're showing me very, very clearly. Okay, my dear ones, that is your reading for today. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If nothing else, I send you so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 2. Today we are asking Spirit what you need to know today. We're keeping it really open. So I'm just going to call in my guides. Inviting my highest and best guides in, thank you. Please provide what is kind and clear and accurate for my group number 2s. What do they need to know today? So you chose the lovely citrine. We also have a huge citrine point on the table here for you. Citrine is a beautiful stone of abundance, of material wealth, and it resonates with the 3rd chakra, which is the solar plexus chakra. The I am consciousness, the I am, the personal sense of power. Okay, so we'll see how that shows up in your reading today. So let's reveal your card. Take a gamble. I'm hearing that you have been feeling at odds about a decision, not sure whether to move forward with something. afraid of the risk, afraid of what people will think. With the 4 dice showing up, the head of this dice, the 4 and the 1, there's a 5 here, this feeling as if you're going to be battling or needing to defend yourself in some way because of the choices that you're making. But with this person picking up the 4, there's this sense of feeling balanced and aligned on your path. And so there's a green light from spirit to go ahead and do this thing if it feels right to you. And with the 1 left here, they're saying there is this profound beginning. They're showing me the Ace of Swords in particular. So there might be new ideas, new ways of thinking about your life and about the next steps in your life that are going to be right on point. And all you need to do is move past that naysaying, that need to prove yourself, that need to defend yourself. That they're showing me as that needing to be in the rear view mirror. What else do you want my pile number 2s to know? I'm hearing now is the time. Now is the right time to make a move. And they're also showing me the moon cycles here. So at the next new moon, I'm too far out of my head to even consider when the next new moon is, but the next new moon is going to be a fortuitous time to make a move, I'm hearing. And I'm hearing with the full moon to sign something, a contract of some sort around the next full moon. And they're also showing me sunflowers. What else do you want my pile number 2s to know today? I'm hearing we see your efforts and they will be returned tenfold. So you might have been working on something for a while or working at something for a while and you haven't, it hasn't, I can't think of the verbiage here. It didn't bear fruit yet. It is going to now. They're showing me an orchard, like an apple orchard. Is that what it's called? I'm really far out of my head today. As if it's going to bear tons of fruit, that you don't know how much this is going to bear fruit. So whatever it is that you're sitting on, this is the time to act. I'm hearing the word trust. You need to trust yourself now, right? With the citrine here, there's this feeling of needing to trust your gut, right? This is a gut feeling. They are showing me something about literal gambling here that if you feel, I'm sorry about the background noise, if you can hear it. I'm on the noise cancellation of my mic, but there's been a lot of interference today. So I'm just trying to work through it. I'm just asking my higher guidance and Archangel Michael to please clean and clear away all of the noise, please. Return to sender. So there's something about being in your power, setting appropriate boundaries for this group, saying no to energies that aren't working for you. I'm also hearing to stop taking gambles with people who are not worth your time. Stop gambling away your energy. They're showing me this idea that there are people in this group who are able to see people's potential, even though that person hasn't met their potential. And this muddies the field a little bit for you because you're able to see what they can be and are not focused enough on what they are. And my guides are just saying that you've been giving away your power and your energy to people because you have this capacity to see what they can be. And they're really saying now is the time to attract the people who what you see is what you get. Right? And no longer attracting people where you're going to gamble your energy away. No more of this. And they're saying with the 4 dice here, like the 4 of wands being the commitment card or the marriage card for some, or the 1111 card, or a portal card that allows you to step into a higher timeline. They're saying that for some of you who are wanting to attract love, It's very important that you attract someone who's in alignment with your energy currently and not what you think they could be. Seems to be very important for someone here. Yeah, I am hearing that somebody is going to meet their divine counterpart very soon. They're giving me 3 weeks. Wow. If you just felt a vibration or a ripple through your body, that message was for you. Okay, let's put this card aside and see what else my group number 2s need to know today. What else do my group number 2s need to know today? Please show me very clearly, my guides. I'm also hearing the word investment, that some of you might have money sitting that you haven't invested. This might be a good time to start thinking about, I'm being given the words passive income. So needing to figure out how to do more with your money. So there's something about needing to learn how to work with the money you already have and not just working harder, but smarter. What else do you want my group number 2s to know today? They're showing me citrus fruit, alkalinity. And I'm hearing like clogged lymph. Yeah. So there's something about possibly drinking lemon water every day to clean out some toxicity from the body, to get the liver moving. Yeah. And citrus fruit really can help with that, especially lemon. They're also showing me with an orange. For those of you who have been feeling really exhausted lately, the essential oil of orange or lemon, just gently to smell that. They're just showing it to me as taking the bottle and running it under your nose can help bring vitality. And now I'm clearing through my body. So there is some healing that needs to go on in the solar plexus chakra for this group. They're also showing me a loved one who's been listless lately. Any of you who are caregivers or have someone in your family who has been feeling listless or extremely fatigued. Again, I'm not a medical doctor, so please check with a medical doctor first. Okay. You might want to pick up some essential oil of lemon, or they're also giving me grapefruit there, to run under your loved one's nose to perk them up. Okay. They're also showing me the 3 o'clock slump, that for those of you who've been feeling tired in the afternoon, especially with all the energies hitting our planet now, that can help enliven you in the afternoons. Okay. What else from my pile number 2s, please and thank you. It's a little bit unclear. Can you show me very clearly? I see it. Okay. Okay, that's it. Okay. Yeah, I keep hearing trust your gut, trust your gut. So there might be someone in this group where you've been having a sense about something that is, I'm hearing rotten in the state of Denmark, okay? Something that feels off, something that doesn't feel right. Trust your gut. Okay. Now, the next card that came out was Happily Ever After. Very interesting, because they did mention that very shortly some of you are going to meet a soulmate and you're going to experience some kind of happily ever after. They also talked about the 4 of Wands with the 4 dice here. This is no joke, you guys. That some of you are really going, they're showing me divine unions in droves. I just heard divine unions in droves. For some of you, you're in a relationship that isn't working and they want you to pay attention to that. Okay, so go to couples therapy or leave if it's right for you to leave. Not to make any hasty decisions, but there's definitely a sense that I'm getting that someone knows that the person that they've been with is stepping out on them, is not being faithful, is not being honest in some way. And they want you to trust that because the person you're meant to be with is right around the corner. But that's only for those of you who know what that message is. If you're trying to make that fit, it's not for you, okay? Because these psychic messages are to basically validate something that you're already aware of on some level. And then we have expect changes, autumn. I should have said this, but they were highlighting the leaves here, and then they said 3 weeks. So they're saying this time right now is the time, expect changes, autumn, that something is going to change, especially with regards to love and with regards to some decision or something that you have to make. But I don't know, it feels very strongly about relationships for this group. This little fox here is almost meditating in autumn. And it's almost as if he's saying, I can't believe it's here. Very clear message there. Let's see what we can get from the Dream Oracle. What else do you want to tell my group number 2s? Listen, I want you guys to please bookmark this reading. And if before, I would say Christmas, your person shows up, will you please come back and let me know? Because that's the time frame I'm getting for this group. Before winter, okay? Divine unions or changes in your current relationship. You might get engaged, you might have a baby, you might get married if that's what you desire. Some of you I'm hearing are in the golden years with the citrine, I just heard, the citrine rather. And you don't believe that you can have love again. And my guides are saying 100% you not only can, but you will. Or not, it doesn't have to be exactly the golden years, but they were showing me maybe people who are no longer having children, let's just say. And I'm not talking about younger people who can have children but choose not to. They're saying across all ages, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Expect changes. Lovely, wonderful changes. Oh my goodness. And the commit card came out. What is happening, you guys? So this card actually came out in group number 1, but it was a commitment to something else. This is commit with regards to relationships. This is commit with regards to taking a gamble on someone or something. You've got to make that choice and then move forward. But some of you are definitely coming into some kind of divine union. And it's going to bring you so much happiness. It's like all of these little fish are attracted to this beautiful flower. And I'm just getting the sense that maybe some of you might have some choices when it comes to love or choices when it comes to some important next step in your life that you don't expect that there'll be changes, and yet there will be. And they're just saying, just please get excited because the excitement is going to bring this in faster. And then we have relax. So I'm just getting the sense with this group that maybe you guys did not feel like, let me just check my camera real quick because it completely went out the other day. Okay, this is actually not perfectly in frame. Again, lots of interference on my channel. Okay, that's better. I don't know if it's crooked, but okay. We'll just keep it like this. So I'm getting the sense with the relax card that some of you have really just been feeling like nothing is changing, nothing is moving. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And my guides are saying, just relax. What else do you want to tell them about this? Oh, very interesting. So you see how all of the stars are in the ocean as if they fell down from the sky? So they're saying all of these wishes that you've made, that it's almost like there was a barrier and they got stuck behind this barrier, all of these stars, all of these wishes upon a star. And it's like the dam just broke. It's like something just, like the floodgates opened, I'm hearing. And all of the stars came flooding in. They showed me as if, someone just heard a friend is coming over and their place is a mess, and they take all their stuff and they shove it into a closet, and then that person comes and they open the closet and all the stuff comes falling out of the closet. They're also showing me this, I think it's a GIF, where this little bear opens up a door and all of these hearts come out of the door. I don't know if you've ever seen that GIF or GIF. I think it's called GIF, actually. I never know. But anyway, that animation that you can send someone, that's what they just showed me. Like a whole bunch of hearts coming out of the closet. So I'm hearing be careful what you wish for, because you actually might have a choice. Did they say that already? You might have a choice when it comes to love or friendship or some next stage in your life. It can be really anything. But all of these stars that you've wished upon are now coming down from the sky, literally. And they are showing it to me as if it's snowfall or like something falling down from the sky, as if you'll see it. So they want me to say, look out for that. If you see something, I don't know what this would be. I don't know if there's snow where you are. They're saying, no, it's not snow. I don't know, if you suddenly see something in your line of vision, a flurry of butterflies or a plume of dust or I don't know, it's not something aversive though. It's as if you're going to see something and it's going to be like a lot of them and you're going to giggle because you're going to be like, oh, that's what Merkaba energy healing was talking about. The stars. You're going to see them sort of fall in front of you, and that's going to be a sign to you that that your wishes are coming true. They just showed me a flock of seagulls taking off, and in their wake, there's all of these, like a flutter of feathers is what they just showed me. Really beautiful. Let's get one last card for my group number 2s. Oh, I love this reading. What else for my group number 2s I see? And we have patience. Oh, I know that's a 4-letter word for a lot of you, but it's coming. What did I say? The floodgates. That's what they said before. The floodgates are opening. Look at the floodgates opening, right? Water denoting emotion, feelings, love, 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 love. Something is about to pour into your life. Just relax. Just be patient. They literally just showed me someone leaning back and like putting, clasping their hands behind their head and just whatever it is, it's about to come in real fast. Yeah, I just heard hitting the jackpot. Did they mention that earlier? I think that they wanted me to say, I'm not supporting anyone's gambling or anything like that. But I have this sense that one of you or 2 of you or 5 of you are going, they're saying 5 people here, that you're going to have a sense to get a scratch off ticket. Like you're going to pass one of those machines, or you're going to be like, oh, it's the full moon, I should buy a ticket. They say the full moon is a good time to buy a ticket. You're going to feel it. I'm not directing anyone to go buy tickets. You're going to feel it. You're going to be like, oh, maybe I should get a ticket. And then you're going to remember this reading. Go get that ticket. That's just for a few of you. They are showing me the number 5. Okay, my dear ones, that is a lovely reading. Please claim it in the comments down below. I'm excited for this group, and I send you so much love and so many, 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 many blessings in love and all other good things in your life. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 3. I am so excited to do this reading today. Group number 1 and group number 2 got fabulous readings. So let's see what we're going to get for you today. So there's a bunch of sun coming in. All of my shades are closed. I can't do anything about this swath of light here, so I hope that's not too distracting. So I'm just going to take a deep breath here, calling in my guides once again, please. Inviting my guides in to please provide messages that are kind and clear and accurate for my group number 3s. Please let them know what do they need to know today. What do they need to know today? Please and thank you. So you chose this stunning stone. Man, this is one of my favorite colors. This is the Peruvian chrysocolla. Now, when I was doing a little research about this stone, sometimes this happens that a phrase or a word sticks out. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what that is. So the Peruvian chrysocolla energizes all of the chakras. So I'm getting the sense that many of you are in alignment now, where you might have felt off previously. You feel energetically much more aligned and much more calm within yourself, where perhaps in the past you might have had a temper, I'm hearing flying off the handle, or you might have been quick to tears, also angry tears, or reactivity I'm hearing. So there's kind of like a flood of information about different reactions that you felt really didn't demonstrate your soul and who you were or who you are on a soul level, but that the circumstances really made you feel charged. And now you have come upon a time where your circumstances no longer define your reactions, no longer define how you respond to your life, and more that you're in alignment with how you see your soul. Now, what is beautiful about the chrysocolla is it helps you heal from heartache and improves your capacity to love. Now, what stood out in my research was the idea that it helps you to release guilt. For some reason, that just floated off of the page to me when I was reading about this. So some of you are about to enter a phase in your life where guilt is no longer a factor. That will be different for all of you. Maybe some of you don't resonate with that message, and that's okay. But I'm hearing 63% of you, thank you, are going to resonate with the idea of feeling the desire to release old guilt. And they're showing me that this is important for those of you who want to enter a new chapter of your life, where you're not just sort of smoothly moving along, but you're kind of taking a sharp turn, I'm hearing, and you want something all new and much better to birth itself. You must release guilt. You must release heartache, anything having to do with loving yourself. Because they're saying that you've done so much work to align, right? The chakra system aligns as those aspects of those 7 or 8 chakras or 9 chakras. We have thousands of chakras, but the primary 7 become aligned when what they denote is worked with. Your sense of belongingness to the world, your sense of belongingness in your own, they just said cosmosphere. I've never heard that before. So like your own atmosphere that feels cosmically inclined, right? Your own sense of identity, your emotional self, your sexual self, your sense of power, your sense of grounding, your strength, your heart, your ability to open to love, to receive and give love, your expression, your ability to communicate and live your truth, your ability to see beyond the veil, to connect in with your higher self. Okay, so these are all the aspects of these chakras where with this group, you have really aligned into all of these parts of yourself. And in that alignment, there's no more space for you to feel these lower vibratory emotions. Okay, they just said clean out the clutter, clean out your closet. Okay, because these emotions can't stay here anymore. So let's reveal your first card. Ooh, and we have chemistry, spark, attraction, magnetic pull. That's interesting that I forgot that this was the card. And these cards fell out, by the way, for you. I don't choose the cards ever. I don't think maybe I have, but not in a long time. I haven't chosen the cards. So they're actually saying with the word chemistry, it goes back to that energetic alignment, that you will attract more that is in alignment with your soul's calling because you are aligned within your very spirit. So they're saying like there's this magnetic pull, this energetic pull that pulls in what is in alignment with you because you've done the work inside, if that makes sense. They are saying that something is going to spark your interest in the next month. They just gave me that timeline. Sorry, I'm just maneuvering on my chair. I was a little bit uncomfortable. Something's going to spark your interest. Let me just try to connect in here. My guides, can you tell me what is going to spark my group number three's interest? So they're first showing me a light bulb denoting an idea that someone's going to present to you. I'm sorry about the background noise. I've been having interference all day. Let me just call in Archangel Michael to please cut away all lower vibratory energies around my space, please and thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm hearing the word charge. So some of you might have felt charged lately. I'm feeling as if you have an idea or you have a spark of genius or brilliance. Something crosses the screen of your mind and then it dies. And then it happens again and then it dies. So there's this sense almost that you guys have these flashes of brilliance, but I'm almost feeling this fiery energy where you're just going, and you don't stop to consider what is being bred in your mind, what is being birthed in your mind. So they want you to write these ideas down, like to carry a notepad with you in your back pocket where you have an idea, just write it down and then write it down. Because they're showing me that this group can have a book of ideas by the end of any one given week because you have so much that sparks your interest. You're the group that becomes awe-inspired by the smallest thing. There's a lot that sparks your interest. But they're saying that in the past, you have been, they just said weebles, wobbles, but they don't fall down. I don't even know what weebles are, but I liken them to Humpty Dumpty. That's more my era. So they're saying that you guys kind of wobble a little bit, or historically have, and haven't really found your center, even though you always get back up. They don't want you to move to and fro with the wind all the time. They want you to sort of, ground your roots. So they're saying that you have to slow down a little bit and pay attention to these ideas or these notions that come across the screen of your mind, because many of you have really brilliant ideas about things that you want to do, but you haven't taken action because you haven't even grounded the ideas themselves. Okay? Yeah, they keep showing me a candle that's lit and then goes out, a candle that's lit and then goes out. But for a couple of you, there is someone who's going to cross your path that's going to broach an idea that might be the spark of a new company, a new business venture. Anything else? I'm hearing the word conglomerate. What does that mean? Oh, they're showing me two people who have their own companies and they're going to merge to make something not just bigger, because they don't want to make it sound like another Amazon, but something that's going to be better because you're putting it together. It's not like one company is going to gobble up the other. It's meeting of the minds. It's two forces of light coming together to create more light, right? With the spark here, there's something that's going to come together to create more light. Now, I'm not getting so much yet about chemistry in terms of love. We'll see. If any of you were pulled to group number 2, I would tell you to go listen to group number 2, okay? I don't want to say too much about that. We'll see if anything else comes up in that regard. Okay, my wonderful guides, what else do you want to tell my pile number 3s today? I just heard Bahamas, that there's going to be some kind of meaningful trip that is forthcoming. Bermuda and Bahamas. I think there's a song with that, with those places, right? There's something about going to some warm island. What about this, my guides? I'm hearing the word transaction. They're showing me the Two of Cups there. Yeah, it seems like some kind of contract or some kind of getting together with people where something is going to flourish because you're going to meet with these people. It's hard to put my finger on it, but I'm hearing that travel is going to be fortuitous for this group. Something auspicious is going to come out of traveling. Yeah, they're just showing me islands. I don't know what that means. If that means something to someone here, can you let me know down below? What else do you have for my pile number 3s? What else do you want them to know? For my pile number 3s, can you show me clearly, please? I see. And what else for my pile number 3s, please and thank you? I'm hearing go, take that trip. Know your worth, and I need space. Huh. Interesting. So this does feel like relationship stuff here. Okay, so with I need space, they're saying that for some of you, you might have felt overwhelmed by your responsibilities lately. My guides, help me here, please. Yeah, with the word retreat, some of you just need a vacation, okay? Some of you just need some time away. Okay, so they're also saying that for those of you who have felt this spark, you want to take a next step perhaps in your career, or you want to take the next step in your life in some way, but you've been feeling stuck, going on a retreat or going away for a few days. I'm hearing some of you have already done this. But some kind of retreat will bring you back to center. So for those of you who have been feeling that weeble wobble, that sort of, all over the place feeling, literal space would be very beneficial for some of you. Now, in getting that space, you're going to develop a greater sense of worth. You know how they said that some of you need to get really grounded because you've been wobbling? That's this red dress here. They kept showing me the root chakra, the root chakra, the root chakra, okay? So in your getting this retreat or taking some space from your life, you're going to start to have a greater sense of what you offer other people and what you offer the world. This group really does need to know their worth, but they can't see it quite, you guys can't see it quite clearly if your energy has felt a little imbalanced lately, okay? Let's get... If you hear that, one of my girls is scratching her very big post right here. Okay, what else do you want my pile number 3s to know? Okay, so they actually do want to tell you guys something about dating here. Some of you have been spending a lot of time concerned about your work, and that's why those sparks of brilliance and those ideas came up first, because they are saying that everything exists in the same space. You can't separate your work from your love life, from your health, from your home, etc., etc., etc. So they're saying that for some of you, you need to get your bearings a little bit. It's interesting, even as I'm reading your energy, it's like I can't focus. I can't get the reading out. It feels a little bit all over the place, even though sometimes when I listen to it back, it doesn't sound like that at all. But right now it feels like that. Like, where's the center point of this reading? It feels a little bit flustered, I'm hearing. So I feel as if this group really needs to feel grounded and aligned and strong. And that one way that you might benefit, one way that you might glean the benefits of, wow, I can't even get a sentence out. This is so crazy. You might need to take a break. You might need to get some space to get a sense of your own power, your own strength. Because this is also affecting your capacity to come in alignment with the right people. If you have been isolating for a long time, it's about needing space from isolation, if that makes sense. That's only for a few of you. Some of you have been isolating yourselves for too long, and you no longer need that kind of space. You need to get out of your own head and outside. You need to know how valuable you are, how much worth you have, and how deserving you are of friendships and of love. Okay, now I feel myself getting a little more centered. That was a very odd and interesting energy to be in. Very interesting that all of these people's eyes are closed. So I do think that for some of you, there's been this crazed feeling inside of you, and you've been needing to find a little bit more balance from within so you can feel more aligned to your life at large. Yeah, I'm hearing it starts from within. It starts from within. So this spark that they're showing me here, it feels like the spark of interest in your life, the spark of I'm valuable, the spark of self-love and self-appreciation, that all comes from within. And then when you feel that, then everything is going to sort of shift. They're showing me the Wheel of Fortune, and things are going to start turning in your favor. For some of you, though, it's literal space that you need, where you need to go take a vacation. You need to go somewhere that's relaxing in the sun here, where you can sort of value yourself without the, there's just this noise, like the noise that I'm hearing around me right now. It's just all of this noise around you. Okay, what else do you want my pile number 3s to know? Ooh, okay, we have the Observe card. They're saying to get more. Yeah, it's almost as if you need to take, interesting, barrier. That word came up in pile number 2. That's interesting. My guides always tell me words will come up in one pile that will show up in the next, and that's their indication that they're there. And they have other indications with the tarot, but this is with oracle cards. Anyway, so our guides are here guiding us. So there is something about needing to take a step back and observe your life from a greater distance. So whether it's literal taking a trip somewhere and getting some distance from your life, or getting some distance from your own mind, from the monkey mind I'm hearing. There is a need to take a step back and observe your life from a macro level, zooming out, and starting to recognize that there is no true barrier in your life other than your own mind. Other than your own mind. And I'm not here to, God forbid, put down any real barriers, that real obstacles, or they're constantly telling me to retract these words, challenges, okay? They're allowing challenges. So if somebody's sick in your life, or you're going through grief, or you're having difficulty paying your bills, we're not spiritually bypassing here about any of those things. No. Those are all real difficulties. But with the word barrier, they're saying for this group, some of that sense that there is a barrier belongs in the mind, they're saying, belongs in the mind. So there's this need to take a step back and observe your life. Let me just check my camera. It's okay. Okay, yeah, because my camera stops out of nowhere and I don't know why. Okay, so they just want you to take a step back and observe your life from a greater distance and see that the path is actually wide open. You see how this path is leading to all of these beautiful butterflies? This is the time for this group to transform, to get out of the mind. Even at the very beginning where they were saying you have all of these ideas that keep sort of running across the screen of your mind. And it's almost, they're showing it to me like a tube in your mind where ideas come in and then they come right out the tube as if they're just draining out. So they want to almost tell you, take that moment to really consider what is coming across the screen of your mind and write it down, because that's going to start the transformation. So whether it's writing down ideas of brilliance, of interest, of revelatory things about your life that you should write down and bring into action, or just beliefs, right? That keep revolving in your mind, and you write them down and you look at them tomorrow morning and you're like, wow, I had that thought in my mind. I don't align with that. And just by becoming aware of those thoughts or those beliefs, you can start releasing them now. So this path is leading to this transformation. How interesting that the transformation is on the barrier card, right? Because there is no barrier. All things lead this group to transformation, even if the road is winding. Very interesting. Let's get one more card for group number 3, please and thank you. What else do you want to tell my group number 3s? Let's close out strong, my guides. Thank you. Oh, lovely. My guides understood the assignment. I asked them to close out strong, and they did. Look at this. Illuminate. Your path, my dear ones, is being illuminated for you. Just like they said, that little bulb, right? Denoting ideas or illumination here. There is something that is being illuminated for this group, but your own mind or your own sense that things are just not going to work out or things are always difficult for me, whatever beliefs are stuck in your subconscious, just maybe blocking might be the barrier to this illuminated path that wants to show itself, that wants to birth itself. Now, if you're having a hard time in the state that you're in to see that illuminated path, then leave your front door, as it were. Go on a vacation, go on a trip, but you don't need to go far. You don't need a lot of money, but it does feel as if you might need to get out of your head or get out of the space that you're in. Like I'm being shown reorganization of your physical space. Yeah, they just showed me someone moving their couch parallel to the television to perpendicularly. You might be adding other seating. But it's almost like they're giving me the words feng shui. Hi, sweetheart. I'm coming, my love. Sorry, this is the time I need to feed my girls. So I've got a little cat between my legs here. Hello, lovey. So they just want to illuminate the idea of feng shui and possibly changing things in your home. So as within, so without, but it's also as within, as without, so within. So sometimes just changing up our space can change the way we feel inside. So clean out the clutter, rearrange furniture. If you have felt inclined to do that, go ahead and do that. So there's all of these ideas that I feel like this group, I'm being shown Virgo now, that you have these ideas in your mind, but they're not being applied in your life because the energy has been fraught or it's been very fast or worried. So there's just this beautiful guidance here to just take a step and observe that there really is no other barrier other than your own mind. And the most important thing is to slow down long enough to see your own worth, to appreciate yourself and everything that you do bring to the table. Appreciate these flashes of brilliance. Write them down, jot down the things in your mind so you can see them from a macro, from a zoomed out perspective, and consider them, whether they're beliefs that need to be cleared away or wonderful ideas that need to be brought to life. And they're just saying the path is going to be illuminated for you. You just need to slow down long enough to see what is right in front of you. Okay, my dear ones, that is your message for today. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I send you all so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care.